Today, it will be different. I will not use the assigned personal assistant and driver assigned to me and, instead, I will explore again the places I used to visit and hang out. It has been 45 years since I have done this. Normally, when I visit Iloilo City, which we normally do every 2 years, we go straight to our hometown, in Dao, Capiz, and spend our vacation with the family in our hometown, stay in the family farm and visit resorts and beaches like Boracay. I decided to take a ride on a jeepney, a very popular means of transport for most people. I want to experience again the ride in a public transport system. I miss the type, beauty and comfort of the old jeepneys in Iloilo City. The sound system, the luxury and comfort is not anymore there. The old jeepneys in the 1970s have all the luxurious looks, both the exteriors and the interiors. Very comfortable with awesome sound systems. Just like limousines. As we travel from Isnart Street down to J.M. Bassa Street, I still recall the familiar old commercial building and architectures. Loving to see these buildings still are there. My memories are beginning to excite me. My first stop is the Fort San Pedro of Iloilo. Fort San Pedro, also called Fuerza de la Nuestra Señora del Rosario, was a military defense structure in Iloilo City, Philippines. It was built in 1602 by Pedro Bravo de Acuna to protect the city from Moro and Dutch attacks, and was completely destroyed during World War II. It was the second Spanish-built fort after the one in Cebu, also Fort San Pedro, in the Philippines and Asia. Originally, Fort San Pedro was made of wood. It was renovated into a stone fort by Diego de Quiñones following the Dutch attack in 1616, where he found the image of Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary, now enshrined at San Jose Church. On October 10, 1903, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt declared it and its adjoining areas as a military reservation. In 1936, President Manuel Quezon designated the fort as a Philippine Army post. When World War II erupted, the Japanese Imperial Army seized control and made it into a headquarters. In March 1945, combined forces from the United States Navy and Air Force bombed all Japanese installations in Iloilo and pulverized Fort San Pedro. Fort San Pedro, once a ruin, is now used as a park for recreation, outdoor dining, and drinking. Since 2015, there have been several proposals to reconstruct Fort San Pedro.
Oh, okay, it's steak or barbecue will cost you 60 pesos. So just like about $1.25.
Ah, okay.
Oh, see? Tuna. Although sa ngayon it's only about $1 kasi 57 na eh. So I will try this pork sisig. Alright. And so this will cost me 100 pesos. Basically less than $2. So it's pork. Calamansi. Sisig.
Fort San Pedro or Fort Nuestra Señora del Rosario is located along San Pedro Drive in the domestic port area. Quadrilateral in shape, the fort was built between 1603 and 1616 and measured 60 by 60 meters. The walls were composed of cutouts of Guimaras rocks and coral stones from along the Panay coast. It is approximately 12 feet high from low tide of the sea and 30 feet thick. Fort San Pedro was built to protect the city from invaders that threatened Iloilo, such as Dutch and Moro pirates. The disrepair of the fort started in the early 20th century and was totally destroyed during World War II. A park has replaced the historic fort with a statue of Christ marking the spot where it once existed. Although the park used to be a favorite spot for watching the sunset, spending the night with friends and family, and eating an astle or chicken barbecue, it is currently in bad condition and is in dire need of rehabilitation. Fort San Pedro played a significant role in the history of Iloilo. It represents the heritage of Ilonggos during the colonial period. It is a reminder of Iloilo's beginnings and how events in time have changed and influenced the city and its people. From Fort San Pedro, I again ride in a jeepney going to Plaza Libertad. Plaza Libertad, formerly known as Plaza Alfonso XII, is a historic urban park in Iloilo City, Philippines. It is considered the site where the flag of the First Philippine Republic was raised in triumph after Spain surrendered Iloilo, the last Spanish capital in the Philippines, to the revolutionary forces led by General Martin Delgado on December 25, 1898. Plaza Libertad is located in front of Iloilo City Hall in Iloilo City proper and is one of the 6 district plazas in Iloilo City. Plaza Alfonso XII, named after a king of Spain, was constructed in the 1800s and is one of the oldest plazas in the Philippines. It was surrounded by most of the government offices in Iloilo. On Christmas Day of 1898, Governor-General Diego de los Rios of Spain surrendered to the Filipino revolutionary troops led by General Martin Delgado in the plaza, thus ending the 333-year-old Spanish colonization of the Philippines. After which, the triumphant revolutionaries for the first time raised the flag of the First Philippine Republic in Iloilo City, the last bastion of Spanish power in the country. It was later renamed to Plaza Libertad to reflect the event that happened on the plaza. On November 17, 2003, the National Historical Institute declared Plaza Libertad as a National Historical Landmark. The Iloilo City Hall is the official seat of government of the city of Iloilo, Philippines, located in Plaza Libertad, Iloilo City proper. It is where the mayor of Iloilo City holds office and the chambers of the Iloilo City Council. It also hosts several offices under the Iloilo City government. The new Iloilo City Hall was completed in August 2011 as the replacement for the old Iloilo City Hall after the city government donated it to the University of the Philippines Visayas, which now serves as the UP Visayas main building. The Iloilo City Hall is the first green building in the Visayas, which features a solar-powered air conditioning system, a rooftop garden, and a rain harvesting area. Linay Sang Iloilo, Lady of Iloilo, an 18-foot bronze statue on top of Iloilo City Hall's dome. The inspiration was drawn from the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C., where a 20-foot statue called the Lady of Freedom stands as a symbol of freedom triumphant in war and peace. The Linay Sang Iloilo characterized prosperity and aspirations of hope and peace. In 2021, the 8-story Iloilo City Legislative Building began construction at the back of City Hall, which will be connected by a bridge. It will house the offices of city councilors. Train at Plaza Libertad. Steam locomotive number 888 was built by the American Locomotive Company, ALCO. These iron dinosaurs were used to transport sugar canes during the glory days of the sugar industry in the Visayan region, with the distinction of having the only railway system in the country outside Luzon. Steam locomotive number 888, not its original name, is an ALCO 260 Mogul train model brought here in the Philippines. Mogul 260 trains were built in 1850s and had greater rail track adhesion and could travel on light track due to its light weight. A hidden inscription just below the boiler of steam locomotive number 888 shows that it was built on September 14, 1923, September 14, 2023, with boiler number 75781D8 and originally called train number 5434. This painted black and red steam locomotive is without its tender or coal car, which is a special rail vehicle containing the locomotive's fuel such as wood, coal, or oil and water. It was donated by Mr. Po Guan Bai and Mrs. Conchita Wipo to the city of Iloilo. The railway system started as Philippine Railway Company Incorporated on March 5, 1906 at Hartford, Connecticut, USA through the initiative of then Iloilo Governor Raimundo Maliza. Established on May 28, 1906, the passenger railway in Iloilo operated until 1985 while cargo operations of Panay Railways Incorporated, PRI, lasted until 1989. The 117-kilometer track stretched from Iloilo City to Capiz, passing through La Paz, Haro, in Iloilo City, and to the municipalities of Pavia, Santa Barbara, New Lucena, Pototan, Dingley, Dueñas and Pasi in Iloilo, and in Dumarao, Dau, Panadan, Cuartero and Loctugan in Capiz. The railway system passed through several ownerships, namely the Development Bank of the Philippines, Philippine Veterans Investment Development Corporation, Philvidic, and finally, PRI. San Jose Church, formerly known as San Jose de Placer Church, is a Roman Catholic church in Iloilo City, Philippines. It was built in 1607 by the Jesuits and is considered the first ever church in the city of Iloilo. The church houses the replica of Santo Niño de Cebu, the patron saint of the Dinagyang festival. It is located in what was once known as Plaza Alfonso XII, now Plaza Libertad, a historic plaza in Iloilo City. The first church in Iloilo, whose name back then was La Punta, was erected by the Jesuits in 1607, primarily as a support for the military in the area. On April 29, 1617, the Augustinians came and established a house of the order which they named San Jose. They held San Jose Church until 1775, when governance was handed over to the secular clergy. By 1873, the Church of San Jose went through a renovation, essentially bolstering on what the Jesuits had already built, and is the same church being seen to this day. In line with the church's needed overhaul, a nearby convent was also established. During World War II, the church was saved from being bombed by the Americans after they received information that the Japanese were not holed up in the church as they were previously informed. Between 1980 and 1982, the church was renovated and a new marble floor was laid, under the direction of the poet-writer, Father Gilbert Centena. San Jose Church is one of the few parishes in the Philippines still under the Augustinians. San Jose Church adheres to the Renaissance design, fused with Hellenic elements. In support of the central nave is an arcade of Corinthian pillars. The church is designed to resemble the Latin cross, with the exception of a dome at the center. The church's interior has an arcade of Corinthian columns supporting a faux barrel vault over the nave and groin vaults over the aisle. The main altar has some Gothic touches. An image of the Nuestra Señora del Rosario can also be found in the church, which was discovered by Diego Quinas during the Dutch siege of Iloilo on September 29, 1614. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.